Welcome to PCYBER ICT Services, and in this tutorial I want to teach you the workflow of the cPanel. What is the cPanel? Just as I told you, the cPanel is is the housing place of your website, the housing of your website, of your file, your document, and everything. So how do we access the cPanel? To access your cPanel, you visit your site like me, pcyber.com.ng/cpanel. This will take me to my cPanel, pcyber.com.ng/cpanel, yes, /cpanel, and it will redirect you to this page. Now what you have to do, you wait for it, or you click here and it's going to load. Now you are going to log in with the cPanel details that was sent to you after you register your domain and hosting. That cPanel details sent to you on your email address, your password, and your username. That is what you use to log in to your cPanel. And you can see I am in my cPanel. So in this tutorial, I'm going to explain all you need to know about this cPanel, because I need to explain it. We are coming back and we are making reference to everything here. Now in this cPanel, I'm going to teach you how to install softwares, how to install scripts, how to install WordPress, and how to install other CMS content management system on your cPanel. So starting from this, what do we mean by the email account? Have you ever wondered how some people are using account just like me? I have an account like admin@pcyber.com.ng, and that is my email address. When you send message for me, I'm going to receive. So you can create millions of email accounts using your subdomain or your root domain or anyone. So when you click here, this email is to create what? Is to create an email. So you can be able to create an email, manage all your email. You see them. I have Mr. P@pcyber.com.ng. I have support@pcyber.com.ng. I also have admin@pcyber.com.ng. And if I want to check my email, I will click here. If I want to make some changes, change the password, I will click here. If I want to connect my phone, my email address to my phone, I'm going to show you a screenshot. I have my email address to my phone in my Gmail, and the email address is there. I'm going to click here, and they are going to show me all visible settings that I'm going to do to connect my email address on my phone. So if I go to Gmail and I go to set up, I'm going to show you in my screenshot, or in the link below. I'm going to show you how to set up your email address to your phone. So let's go back. That is that for that. And email forwarding, if for instance I don't want to connect it to my phone, or probably I'm using my system to work, I don't have an Android phone, I can as well as forward. I can say, okay, let every email that comes to this email address, let it automatically be forwarded to a specific email address, or to my Gmail. I'm going to come here, I'm going to add a forwarder. When I click add forwarder, I'm going to set that email address that I want. Each time they send me mail in that email address, let that mail also automatically be forwarded to my email address. So these are autoresponder. You can create an autoresponder. For instance, someone send you message to that email address and the person gets immediate response back. So you can be able to set different email address and different autoresponder, and we are coming on that later on. We don't need that much. Then what else we need to understand is the file manager. What is the file manager? The file manager is just your phone, just where you have your phone, the file manager of your phone. That is where all your file and all your documents are documented. So in this file manager, the most important part, everywhere is important, but the main directory, the root directory, just like the emulated directory, when you're using your phone, you have SD card, external SD card, internal SD card. So the internal of the site is the public .html, the public to HTML. This is the particular place where all your public folder, whatever that is displayed in the public, these are where they are stored. And you can see I have some I have some installation in my cPanel. So I'm going to teach you how to install WordPress and how to manage this on your own. Don't be scared, and very, very simple, and you understand it within some seconds. So let me go back. I'm explaining the cPanel in details for you. That is the file manager. Then what else we need to know is what is my database. Though I'm going to come back, I'm going to teach you this when we are about let me say this, the second week of our tutorial, when we'll start installing what script, installing what other scripts, other membership website scripts, and other special scripts that you might be needing what for your project. I'm coming on that. What is database, the database wizard, the what MySQL, and the PHP I'm coming on that later on. I'm going to teach you how to go about that. Now, coming back to this, we have domain. In your domain, if you remember when you visited what 𝗲𝗄𝗿 when you visited 𝗲𝗄𝗿, while you are in this page, in your installation, you saw something like what two website means in this domain means that you can have two different websites, like me having PCYBER.com.ng and having another different website, maybe 𝗢𝗂𝗿 or NigeriaLoaded.com.ng, what connected what to the cPanel, to my cPanel, to my housing. So that is for the domain. Why the add-on domain, I can also what, here is for the root domain, and here add-on domain, I can also add what external domain, just the way I told you about. So here is housing the root domain, if any, the root domain of your website, which you use to register your 𝗲𝗄𝗿 or your hosting. That is where this domain name is housing. Why the add-on domain is the one I just explained in place of root domain, that you can add what, you can add different website add-on domain. If you check this plan is giving you what two website, which means what two add-on domain. That is, you can add two different websites, two different add-on domain to this cPanel. That is for this. So I can have my own PCYBER.com.ng here in my root domain, and I can also add one again, which is to this one, which is my root domain, and one also to my add-on domain. I don't know if you understand that. So the subdomain means you have a domain name, then to your extension. Let me say, for instance, I have a site I just designed. I have this for instance, ProInvest. You see, ProInvest.PCYBER.com.ng. So this ProInvest is an add-on domain, is a subdomain, because the root domain is attached to it, which is the PCYBER.com.ng. So the ProInvest is the add-on domain which I created. So if I want to create multiple or different add-on domain, when I click on this, I can add what? I can add multiple add-on domain. You can see some list of add-on domain which I'm having: hosting.pcyber.com.ng, invest.pcyber.com.ng, proinvest.pcyber.com.ng. So you too, you can have what? You can have multiple. In fact, you can have what? Enough add-on domain as much as you can. But just note that what your hosting package is limited. They say what they are concerned is not the number of add-on domain. What they are concerned is what is the size of your hosting. As soon as it's feed, and you start getting problems. So you can see here, this hosting price, it gives me an opportunity to add only 8. And when I click on that, you saw that I was having 3 out of 8. This is what it means. This disk usage is showing me the capacity, or what is remaining out of the disk that is available. The bandwidth, the size of this website, or the size of these packages I'm having, is the bandwidth, and it's different from the disk usage. And when this usage is feed or is getting tough, my site will start having a little bit issue. That is why it's good to check on the packages you are buying. You better check the SSD storage, and also the bandwidth storage. So then the next thing there also is after let's go there. I think this domain, subdomain, add-on domain, they are the main thing you should understand. The rest we are coming after them, we are coming on them later on they are not that important for now. Then under software installation, some packages, some hosting packages, they call them what? 𝗢𝗂𝗏𝗄𝗧 what? App installation. Here are some applications. In fact, there are more than this that you can install in any of your subdomain or your root domain. These are some of it. So if I want to install WordPress, for instance, I'm going to click WordPress manager by 𝗢𝗂𝗏𝗏𝗏. And if I want to install here, I'm going to see my installation. I'm going to see my installations, the installation of WordPress which I've done. That is the WordPress that is the WordPress installation. That is the WordPress manager. See, let's go there. Now, 𝗢𝗂𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 app installation. These are different kind of softwares, applications that I can install in any of my You see them, they are much. There are those that know how to design sites. I build my sites, some of them with Laravel. I'm going to show you how to do that. I build my sites, some of them with PHP and the rest, and I can create them from scratch using here. You can as well as install e-commerce and other CMS packages that you are having. So if, for instance, I want to install WordPress, all I have to do is to come to that WordPress. Where is it? Is to come to that WordPress. I'm going to WordPress. Look at it. I'll just click on WordPress, and when I click on WordPress, if I want to install WordPress now, I'm going to click on install now. When I click on install now, I'm going to choose my site name. What is the title of that your site? If this is fashion, if this is 𝗢𝗍𝗏 fashion, you give it 𝗢𝗍𝗏 fashion. You can give it 𝗢𝗍𝗏 fashion. This, if it is music fashion, if it is music site, you can see like NigerLoaded.com. What description? What is it? Have you seen NigerLoaded.com? Best site for music, download latest what? This is the description of the website, of your website. Then over here you have your details. What are you going to use to log in? Your username to log into your Cpanel, to your dashboard. You choose your dashboard. If you leave it as admin, well, it's 𝗥𝗲𝗄𝗏𝗏. So you choose a different name and choose a strong password. Very strong password that you can remember. Very strong password so that people will not as easily bypass. Do you want to register with your email? This admin.pcyber.com, it automatically creates on its own. As soon as you have your Cpanel, it automatically creates. You don't need to go to email account and start creating it. No, it's automatically created on its own. So if you want to use your own normal email address, you can change it. You can change the whole of this, and you can use your own normal email address. If I'm using PCYBER@gmail.com, I can use PCYBER. That is where my installation information will be sent to me. Will be sent to me. Then when I go down, this multi-site, you don't click on it. I'm going to explain later on how to create multi-site website and what is the function. So here are some plugins. Don't click on anyone, but I'm going to tell you what it means later on while we get to our WordPress dashboard. So I'm going to scroll down. Here are a list of some free themes that once I click on them, they are going to install in my site. So I'll just ignore these ones here and then click install. For me not to forget, I can put my email address here so that whatever I use in signing up, my email and password, my username and password will be sent to me to that same email address which I clicked here. If I don't want them to send anything, I can remember, I'm sure I can remember, then I can click install. But before that, I'm going here. Where do I want to install the WordPress? Where do you want to install the WordPress? That is here. This is it. Is it in any of your subdomain, or is it in your root domain? If it is that your root domain, you leave it. Don't click on here. Sometimes you will end up seeing something like this. No, here is directory like a folder. If you install it, then the WordPress will install in that folder. If you install it, the WordPress will install in your root domain. If you install it here, it will install in that your subdomain. If you install it here, it's going to install in what? You understand what I mean? Here is the WordPress version, and it's good for you to choose the latest version on ground. And so I'm going to choose my subdomain because I already have an installation in my root domain. So You can see this subdomain invest.pcyber.com.ng is a subdomain, so it's not a root domain. Root domain is just on its own without any support by its side. So I'm going to make this installation by clicking install now, and when I click that is how WordPress will be installed on my website. So I'm going to wait and see until it gets to 100, and as soon as it gets to 100, they will display how to log in to my dashboard and so on. So before it finishes, let me show you in the next step how to log into your dashboard. So to log in, if I want to log into my WordPress dashboard, I will click on my domain name, which is https, or you see it, then my domain name, which is pcyber.com.ng /wp2admin /wp, can you see it, wp2admin, and as soon as you click enter, it's going to direct you straight to your dashboard. It's loading, an installation is going on here. I think that is what is taking the time to load. So as soon as you click, let's wait. You wait for this to finish before migrating to another tab. Is ideally you wait for it to finish it. So let's wait for it to finish it before we migrate to another tab. So you can see it's done. Congratulations, software was installed successful. Can you see it? Can you see it? They say WordPress have been installed at, you see it, your administration link, you can see it, /wp2admin. So even if I click here, you see it is going to direct me straight to my dashboard. Or when I will just come up to somewhere else, and you can see /admin, and it's bringing me to my WordPress dashboard. And here is where I will do my installation and my configuration and so on and so forth. You can see this is my dashboard. This is where I manage everything. This is where I can see the number of people in my website. This is where I can do all installation. This is where I can create posts. This is where I can create page. This is where I will do everything. So in my next tutorial this evening, I'm going to show you everything you need to know about the dashboard. Then before we start the main design, please, I'm taking my time to explain this because you need to understand the basics. As soon as you understand the basics, we have no business with them. We are going straight towards designing. So don't get too bored about the class. This is pro beginner WordPress masterclass. Assuming you have the knowledge to that, you understand what I'm saying, that you once pass through this stage by knowing every single basics of the class. So you pay very, very much more attention because these basics they matter a lot. They matter a lot. There will be an instance where you start your installation, you have an issue, and if you could not remember the basics, you cannot resolve that issue on your own. You have to pay people like me for web maintenance, which you can do on your own. So you can see this is how your dashboard will look like. You can see very little, unlike mine. You see mine? I look at the one we just installed. It's just very little because we have not done any installation. We have not put anything. You see it? You see, very, very, look at that title we choose. And if I should click here, it will show me this is the back end. We call this, and this is the front end of the website. This is what somebody will see when he visits my site. You can see it. And the back end of the website, this is the back end of the website. That is where this part of the website, you alone, who is the admin, can see this. Why the front end of the website are what your viewers will see. So in my next video now, I'm going to show you how to manage your dashboard and everything you need to get started. Then bam, we move towards designing in full. We move to the ultimate designing. I'm telling you, I think the designing will take a little more time than this, and the designing will be so awesome because I'm going to teach you so many things, so many amazing things you need to know. So many amazing things you need to know about WordPress and the mistake which people make, and why do we choose WordPress? Why WordPress? Just as I said, WordPress is the top most ranked website builder. that most people or almost most business use, that is very, very easy to manage. So thank you for watching this video. Please stay tuned, stay tuned, and do what is necessary for you to benefit in this course. Do have a nice day. Thank you.